Hello everyone, today I have a banded leg workout for us. So all you're going to need is a set of loop bands and we can get started. First, we're going to drop into a squat, lateral squat walks. 2 steps left, 2 steps right. The whole goal is to stay down in these squats. One of the things that I love the most about these loop bands is as you're working on building up the strength in your legs, you're also working on building up the strength in your joints. So these really help with hip strength, knee strength, ankle strength, without putting a ton of unnecessary stress on the body. 2, 1, drop in the middle, abductions. So you're gonna go out, out, out. Another thing that I love about these bands is that they're super portable. You can throw them in your bag if you're traveling, and the burn sets in really fast. Also, if you are recovering from an injury, if you've just had a baby, there are so many times in your life where throwing extra resistance might not be your best choice, but you still want some type of a way to train. Lateral lunges. We're gonna come up and over, up and over. And I love bands for that. So even if you're recovering from birth, recovering from an injury, you're not putting a ton of added pressure on your core. You're not gonna worsen your diastasis, but you're building up leg strength so that when you are fully recovered, it's easy to come back, add those weights, and you will be ready to go. 2, last, 1, and take a breather. Next we have reverse lunge pulses, reverse lunge and then reverse lunge pulses. And we'll go in 2, 1, so you're gonna step back and up, back, and up, always keeping a little bit of resistance on that band, that way it does not fall down. 2 and up, down and up. And with a lunge, with a reverse lunge, you want to keep your ankle and your knee in one line, and you want to make sure that your weight is staying in the heel of that front foot. 2, last 1, bring it back and pulse. If you need to take breaks, feel free to pause, take a break, and come back. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. You're doing awesome. Down and up. Down and up. Next, we're going to be going into forward lunges. So the mechanics look a little bit different. Still working our legs, just in a different way. 2, last, 1, and now you're going to step forward and back. Now the weight transfers from your back leg to your front leg, which is why I like to do reverse lunges first. It's a little bit easier to find stability in them. And back. Forward and back. You're doing awesome. Make sure you're breathing and have fun with this. If you wobble, if you lose your balance, if you feel unstable, try to play, like I said in my last video, try to play like you're a kid. We're here to move, we're here to feel good. We are not working on perfection. We're working on having progress, forward momentum, confidence, strength, longevity. None of those are perfection. With this, you really want to make sure that you're engaging your outer glute. We don't want any of this. We want here. 1 line again, knee, ankle, and rest. Shake it out for a minute, and then we'll head to the other side. Deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, right leg in front, or whichever leg you didn't do. 3, 2, 1, back to reverse. So we find our balance and stability in our reverse lunges. Weight in our front heel as we step back and forward. Back and forward. You're doing awesome. Back and forward, back and forward. Engaging through the whole leg, keeping your weight in your front heel. 1 nice long line from the top of your head to your tailbone. 2, last, 1, and we pulse, pulse. I love a pulse, A, because you definitely feel the burn, but it's a great time to talk about the mechanics of an exercise. So, as you can see, front knee over front ankle, I'm pushing down into my front heel. My body is dropping down as if I'm in 2 panes of glass, one in front of me, one behind me. I am putting about 75% of my weight in my front leg, maybe 25% in my back leg. 2, 1, and switch. Forward and back. Now the forward lunge involves a transfer of weight. My weight goes from the back leg to the front leg. Again, keeping a nice long line from my tailbone to the top of my head. Breathing, finding the play. Moving should feel good. There is no room in fitness, in my opinion, to be frustrated with yourself. You're here, you press play, you're trying, you did it, that's all you gotta do. And again, back to body mechanics. We're very similar once we're in our lunge. Whether you're doing forward lunges or reverse lunges, once you're in that static lunge, weight in the front leg, 2 panes of glass, top of my head to the ceiling, tailbone pointed down towards the floor, and I am finding my balance, making sure I'm engaging this outer glute so that I don't have any buckling of my knee, and rest. I hope you're doing awesome at home, feeling good. I'm proud of you. I hope you're proud of you too. Next we have kickbacks. Find that chair, that bench, that couch that we used the other day. Hands come to the chair, bench, couch, and we're gonna go back and down. Back and down. The goal of this one is to make sure that your toes stay pointed towards the floor. We don't want to feel any crunchiness in our lower back. So when we lift up, we exhale, we engage through our core. Doing so good. Remember to stick with it. Even if it's challenging, all you have to do is try your best. 2, last, 1, stand up, now to the side. Same mechanics. We keep one nice long line, engage through our core, lift our leg out to the side. Now you should feel this. There are 3 parts of our glute. You probably felt it in the big part of your glute maximus for the kickbacks. Now this is our glute medius, or the side of our glute. Super important for stability, very foundational for keeping us safe, keeping our knees healthy, keeping our hips healthy, especially when we're doing bigger moves. 2, 1, now we're going to take a break, move to the other side in 5 seconds. So shake it out, do whatever you have to do. We're gonna do kickbacks in 2, 1, ground down to the other foot, lift and lower, lift and lower. Inhale and exhale. No crunchiness in my back, my toes stay pointing down towards the floor, grounding down into my planted leg, which might be shaking a little bit after doing the other side. Inhales and exhales. Use this as a time to focus in on yourself. 2, 1, and now we lift to the side. To the side. Toes stay pointing forward. Use this as a time to focus on yourself and build the resilience that you want to see in other parts of your life. So use this as an opportunity to breathe, ground in, stay positive about everything that you're doing, and appreciate yourself. There are a million other things you could be doing right now. You chose to focus on your health, your wellness, so that you're not pouring from an empty cup. 2, last 1, and rest. Awesome job. So many friends, moms, everyone likes to say, I'm burnt out, I'm burnt out. And my question is always, well, what are we gonna do about it? Burnout is a part of life. It's not a state we need to live in though. 2, 1, we're going to lift and lower. Now working on our quads and our hip flexors, the front part of our leg. And unfortunately, no one, when you are burnt out, is gonna come in and go, this is what you have to do. Get up at 6 o'clock, do this, do that, work out. That is up to you to figure out the things that work for yourself. And the fact that you press play shows that you have a pretty good idea. You need to move, you need to sleep, you need to eat a balanced diet, you need to drink water. Those are the things that are gonna start helping. Find hobbies, find things that make you feel whole. Sitting there and saying how burnt out you are while you're scrolling, it's not gonna help. Never does, never has, never will. 2, 1, and rest. So the fact that you're showing up for yourself, amazing step in the right direction. Now we're gonna do some hip thrusts. So that chair, that box, whatever it is that you were doing, make your way down, shoulders come up, feet planted, lift, and slowly lower. Lift until you get into a full bridge, and then nice and slow lower. And lower. And it's much better. If you have 15 minutes, that's a 15 minutes well spent. It's not about the quantity, it's about the quality and the consistency. 2 more, and then we hold at the top. Last one, and hold. Pulse out, release in, back to those abductions, now up in this hip thrust position. It's much better to move 10 minutes every day than to move an hour once a week or once a month, depending on the season that you're